Today on Judge Faith. Their 10-year friendship ended on a sour note when she refused to pay his band for a performance.
I went back looking for him. I did not see him. Mr. Isaac knew on that particular night in cleaning that place, my cell phone had been lost for
I don't
1
know
week.
anything about that.
It is amazing to me how many people, when they owe somebody money, they lose their phone.
And later, Judge Faith makes this defendant face the facts about his decision to drink and drive.
All of a sudden I hear a crash, like pow, like that, you know? And then I hear my car alarm, like, that's my car.
By the time a person is stopped and arrested for a DUI, it's not the first time they've been driving under the influence, it's the first time they've been caught.
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Fitzroy Isaac says his former friend contracted with his band to play at her event, but now she refuses to pay. He's suing for breach of contract. Defendant Carol Leggett says Isaac agreed to be paid based on ticket sales, but a bad thunderstorm ruined the weekend event, so she doesn't owe him anything. She's countersuing for defamation of character.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this is Isaac versus Leggett.
Thank you, Barbara. Mr. Fitzroy Isaac, you are suing the defendant, Carol Leggett, for $2,500 for breach of contract. You
Yes.
say your band performed at an event and she was under a contractual obligation to pay you and didn't? And Ms. Leggett, you are countersuing for $1,000 for defamation of character?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we will start with you now, Mr. Isaac. Tell me what happened.
Well, I've known the defendant in the 90s because I graduated from Berklee College of Music with a degree in commercial arranging and composition. And I have a 10-piece band, professional band, and we perform throughout the New England area. We do a lot of non-profit organization, and we play with a lot of different private entities to corporations. Ms. Leggett, the defendant, contacted me to do a show for her, which she called the Calypso Tent.
What is a Calypso tent?
Back in Trinidad, it come from the Caribbean. A Calypso tent is like, it's a carnival situation, and then there is a lot of artists, the cultural people get together, and they compose these songs, and they have an audience, and it will be like either political commentary, and they sing these songs composition, which creates an environment for the community.
Okay, so you're the head of the group?
I am.
What's the name of the band?
Colors with a K, K-O-L-O-R-S.
So do you enter into a written contract with the
But
defendant?
I have a written contract that she signed.
Okay, may I have a copy of that, please?
This is my copy, but I think you have it. This is the contract.
I'd like to see your copy. And you do admit that you entered into a written contract? This is your signature? You want to take a look at it? That's your signature, Ms. Leggett?
Yes, this is my signature,
Okay, wonderful.
Your Honor. If I may explain.
Give me 1 second. I want to
finish.
understand
Yes.
something about this. So you entered into this written contract, and
Yep.
you agree, according to this contract, to perform on July 5th from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m., and the payment is $2,500.
Yes, with a deposit of $750, which was it's written there too.
So you never got paid a single dollar for performing at the event?
From that time, from the 5th to as of today, I haven't got a cent. And then she was very
So why haven't you
very
paid
disrespectful.
him anything? Based on the contract I see here.
Your Honor, there is a verbal contract.
No,
when I
never
met
did.
You're saying after this agreement?
Before.
No.
I met with Mr. Isaac, with one of our associates. We were at the venue. Mr. Isaac knew we had no monies as a nonprofit organization. He knew that he was coming on board to assist because he liked the idea of this.
I know.
Mr. Isaac has played for me,
not
for the
for her.
Grenadier ball that we
Never.
have had,
Hold on.
Mr.
Wait till
Isaac,
the judge talks.
10 years, hence the reason he chose to work with me on this verbal agreement, ticket sales.
Verbal.
Ticket
What
sales.
was the purported verbal agreement you say you entered into with the plaintiff?
Ticket sales. The event is based on income derived from ticket sales.
And so what was the verbal agreement?
$2,500 We are working with ticket sales. On July 4th, the Hurricane Arthur came through. The governor shut everything down for July 4th. The event that we proposed on the 5th, we had 60 patrons compared to 300 patrons.
Okay,
60
what does that have to
patrons.
do with paying him and the band?
What it has to do is that we don't have the money. The DJs that were there came to me and said, Ms. Leggett, we see what has happened here. You don't have to pay us. There is no
I don't
funds.
care about what the DJ said to you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
asking about the band.
The fact is we don't have the money. He agreed to do it on ticket sales for the venue because we had at least 300 people.
Do you have any proof? Do you have any proof of this oral agreement you say you entered into with the plaintiff, which he wholeheartedly denies?
It's just verbal.
Coming up, Judge Faith lays down a lesson in fairness.
Musicians, oftentimes, especially locally, they go and they perform. These people don't make a lot of money. So when they go and it's time for them to perform and you promise to pay them, they want to be paid.
And later, a shocking revelation leaves the courtroom stunned.
When you come into court and you tell me, oh, I only had a couple of beers, alcoholics can't just have a couple of beers.
Plaintiff Fitzroy Isaac says his former friend contracted with his band to play at her event, but now she refuses to pay. He's suing for breach of contract. Defendant Carol Leggett says Isaac agreed to be paid based on ticket sales, but a bad thunderstorm ruined the weekend event, so she doesn't owe him anything. She's countersuing for defamation of character.
So here's the portion of the contract that you signed, correct? You read it.
Correct.
You understood what it said, right?
Correct.
Colors, the name of the band, shall be paid $2,500. Shall, not might, not maybe, not depending upon the ticket sales. The contract says shall. Next in the contract, it says the terms and conditions as follows. Check all that apply. They perform at the date and time. They did that, correct?
Yes, they did.
They have access to the venue for setup. That happened, right?
Correct.
There was adequate power outlets. That happened, correct? Parking, changing room, dinner, refreshments, all of that happened, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so my question to you is, because what you want me to do is look at this contract that you signed and you read and you understood, that the plaintiff signed, read, and understood, and you want me to disregard that completely and go off of just your word that there was another separate, complete oral agreement that he completely denies. And I'm not going to do that. I go by what's in writing. So this is on Sunday morning. He texts you, Carol, you told me to wait, and you left without you telling me what's up. What's your response to that?
Your Honor, what happened was I said to Mr. Isaac, exact words, let me go tally up and see what we have. I will be back to you in a minute.
So did you get back to him in a minute?
I went back looking for him. In his words, he said to me, I was not here because we were moving the instruments. I did not see him. They were back and forth moving the instruments. Mr. Isaac knew exactly where I was staying. The hotel, I said to him, we're staying right here at the hotel, which is right next.
Ma'am, so let me ask you, ma'am, did
the
you...
next morning, 1 second, Your Honor,
Ma'am,
please.
when is the next time, when did you contact him
Mr. Isaac knew on that particular night in cleaning that place, my cell phone had been lost for a total of 1 week.
I don't know anything about that.
1 week.
Okay, so
When
let's
I
just stop
finally-
right there. Let's stop right there, because my question to you was, okay, so you didn't see him.
I had no number for him.
I'm hearing
Okay.
what you're saying, but I want you to hear what I'm saying.
Okay.
You say you lost your phone. I'm saying there's evidence here that other people were able to get in contact with you with that same phone number that week, because it looks like you just skipped out and didn't pay them. That's what it looks like based on the
That's not
text
what I did.
messages that I'm reading.
That's not what I did. We've worked together for many years, and this is not my character.
$2,500. Well, you haven't paid him a dime. And
He refused to
performed for
take
5
partial
hours.
payment.
Because he doesn't have to. He has a contract that says you owe him $2,500. Whenever there is a written contract, and this is a clear written contract, there is no ambiguity here. Everything that he's supposed to do in order to get $2,500, he did it.
Thank you.
Now, if there is, you say that there is an oral agreement, here's the law. If there is a written contract, the only way that written contract can be changed or amended is in writing. You cannot use an oral agreement as proof that the written contract is valid. It absolutely does not hold up under the law.
Thank you, Lord.
And I will say this, it is amazing to me how many people, when they owe somebody money, they lose their phone. All of a sudden, you can't get in contact with them for an entire week. No one can get in, you say you've known him, you worked with him for many years. Surely someone had his phone number where you could contact him and tell him. And your response, I look at 20 different times and ways he or a member of his band tried to text you, tried to reach out to you, tried to ask you about money, and your response, when he says, no, I want to tell you what your response is, because you say there was another agreement. Your response to his text message, when you finally decide to respond a week later, I think you had your phone, you say, text after text from the defendant and other members of his band, ma'am, you owe us $2,500. We're just trying to collect payment. I'm in a spot here because I have to pay my band members. They're asking me for money. Musicians, oftentimes, especially locally, they go and they perform. These people don't make a lot of money. So when they go and it's time for them to perform and you promise to pay them, they want to be paid. He booked this event and he told these members of the band that they would get paid. It's not just him, it's other members of the band on the line.
And I'm on to $1,000, Your Honor.
So all of these messages, because it's not fair. It's not fair to people who work and they show up and they do what they're supposed to do. They need to get paid.
Your Honor.
So your
Honor,
response to his entire week of trying to reach out to you, begging, pleading, trying to find you is, your first response is, so sorry, just received my phone. It was misplaced Saturday night. Just returned. Oh my God, I'm going to call you in a few minutes. This had me very sick to my stomach. My apologies to everyone. You don't say, what are you talking about? I don't owe you $2,500. You don't say, what are you talking about? We had an agreement based on ticket sales. You say, my apologies, so sorry. What is your counterclaim about $1,000 for defamation of character?
Because he's walking around telling anyone that he would that would listen to him that I owe him money.
You do owe him money.
And it's the derogatory manner in which he's saying it.
Okay, so you do owe him money. So he spoke the truth. You owe him money.
Truth shall set you free.
On your counterclaim for $1,000 for defamation, that's dismissed. Judgment in this case, $2,500. You need to pay the band exactly what you said and you promised you would pay them under the contract. $2,500, and you're also going to pay the plaintiff's court costs. Have a good day.
Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father.
Plaintiffs Brenda and Justin Aggregado say their car was damaged in a hit and run by the defendant. They are suing for the cost of repair. But the defendant, Sang Savanarad, claims that his friend was driving that night, so he doesn't owe the plaintiffs anything.
Brenda Aggregado, you and your son, Justin Aggregado, are suing the defendant, Sang Savanarad?
Yes, ma'am.
For $2,798 damages to your car. You say the defendant is responsible for a hit and run and damaging your vehicle?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Why don't we start with you, Justin? Tell me what happened.
Around 2:30, I'm about to go to sleep. All of a sudden I hear a crash, like pow, like that, you know? And then I hear my car alarm, like, that's my car.
This is 2:30 in the morning?
It's 2:30 in the morning, like, that's my car. So I look outside, because my window is like street side, I can see it. So I look out, and I see a defendant's car, like, jammed against my parked car, you know? So
you didn't know him at the time.
I didn't know.
But you just saw a car and
yeah,
you came to learn eventually that it was the defendant's car?
Yeah.
Okay, and so what do you see when you look outside?
So I saw the defendant's car just jammed into my car. You know, I have pictures here. And then I see a defendant reversing, and he rips off his front bumper with his license plate.
You say you have pictures of the bumper?
Oh, yeah.
There was a bumper left behind at the scene.
Coming up, Judge Faith gives some sobering truth to the defendant.
Are you still drinking?
Sometime.
I mean, I'm a little stunned right now because I was a prosecutor and I prosecuted DUIs. And if your case ever came across my desk, you would never have a license again.
Plaintiffs Brenda and Justin Aggregado say their car was damaged in a hit and run by the defendant. They are suing for the cost of repair. But the defendant, Sang Savanarad, claims that his friend was driving that night, so he doesn't owe the plaintiffs anything.
So what is this a photo of?
Right, so the tire is mine, and you see the defendant's bumper wedged underneath my tire. So he was going pretty fast, I'm assuming, for it to go underneath there. And
what kind of car do you have?
I have a 95 Camry.
Okay, next photo, please.
And that's the bumper.
Wow, the entire bumper.
It ripped clean off. I was looking for my window, backed up, boom. I'm like, wow, really? Yeah. Well, there it is. With his license plate.
So the license plate is still, we've redacted the license plate number, but that's the license plate still on the bumper?
Yeah, that's his license plate.
Okay, and you were able to use that license plate number, and what'd you do with it?
The police officers took the bumper back to the station as evidence for our case, and they still have it.
Sir, tell me what happened.
What happens that night, me and my friend went out.
You said you were not driving
I'm
your
not
car?
driving, yes.
Who was driving your car?
My friend.
Why was he driving your car?
Because I was working that day and was tired. I don't feel like driving. So
Do you have a valid driver's license?
No, I don't.
Why?
I would have DUI. And,
You had a DUI conviction.
Yes.
When?
2013. I'm sorry, 2010.
Was that your first DUI conviction?
No, it's my fourth.
Oh, it was your fourth DUI conviction.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm a little stunned right now because I was a prosecutor and I prosecuted DUIs. And if your case ever came across my desk, you would never have a license again. You understand? For DUI convictions, let me explain something to you about DUIs. By the time a person is stopped and arrested for a DUI, it's not the first time they've been driving under the influence, it's the first time they've been caught, generally. Are you still drinking?
Sometime.
Have you tried to get help?
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
why are you still driving?
I'm not driving anymore. I don't drive my car when I go out.
How many of these are felony convictions?
Just one.
I know whenever you get sentenced and you have to do these DUI programs, they're only for a few months at a time, but if you really want help, you've got to commit to the process. You've got to commit to a program. You've got to keep going, because when you come into court and you tell me, oh, I only had a couple of beers, alcoholics can't just have a couple of beers. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And now, Judge Faith rules.
When you leave court today, you really need to do some soul searching. You're not making good choices. And you gotta get some help. You gotta stick with it. You have to find a program and get some help. And if we can help you do that, if you want help through this court, if we can help you find a program, we are certainly willing to do that, but you have to do it. Because what if there had been a person standing in the street that night? I mean, you hit a car. What if you had hit a person? You're suing for $2,798, and that's based on an estimate that you provided to the court for damages to your car.
Yeah.
And I actually looked up the Blue Book value of your vehicle. It's a 1995 Toyota Camry, right? That's correct. And even in very good condition, the Blue Book value of the car is $2,222. Good condition, it's $2,151. In fair condition, it's $1,751. So to be fair, I'm going to award you, and I'm going to order the defendant to pay you the good condition value of the car, which is $2,151. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good luck, sir.